ES Audio.
What's up? I'm John Weeks, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the bizarre conversations on Microsoft's Bing AI chatbot. But first, scientists are kicking off a study looking at whether cannabidiol, or CBD as it's more commonly known, can treat people with psychosis. CBD is one of the chemicals found in marijuana, but doesn't contain THC, which produces a feeling of being high. At the moment, CBD is available on the NHS, but only for a few conditions, including for children and adults with rare severe epilepsy, and adults with vomiting or nausea caused by chemotherapy. Current antipsychotic drugs can have significant side effects, and patients often stop taking them, but early small-scale studies of CBD suggest it has beneficial effects. Now, ever wanted to vet the person you met on a dating app before meeting up? Well, it turns out that's already happening thanks to a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Women can essentially post pictures of the guys that they're talking to on dating apps. They'll post screenshots of their dating profiles, so these men, and they will ask if any women in the group have any information on him, any intel or red flags.
Maddie Musson is a features journalist at the Evening Standard who's been looking into how women in London have been using the group. There are around 20,000 members using it, looking for answers from other women about the men they're chatting to on dating apps.
They can really vary from anything from, yeah, he ghosted me, or yeah, he was late for our date, to this man is abusive. This man owes me £26,000 is one of the ones I've seen on there.
But as with most things online, there is a risk that not everything shared on the group about people is true. And Maddie told us there are issues despite the group having strict rules.
Some of these rules, which are very important, such as don't make things up, and if you do make a serious allegation, you will be asked to provide proof, or, don't make fun of the men on the group, don't criticise their appearance. They're not always listened to.
A team of researchers who filmed underneath a glacier in the Antarctic say melting in the cracks and crevices of the ice is happening much faster than melting overall. Scientists drilled 600 metres through the Thwaites Glacier before sending an ice fin robot down it to film and take ocean measurements. The glacier itself is about the size of Great Britain, is one of the fastest changing in Antarctica, and has been rapidly retreating. It's thought if the whole Thwaites Glacier melted, it would raise global sea levels by more than half a metre. Staying with icebergs, the moment the Titanic wreck was seen by human eyes for the first time since it sank is now available to watch on YouTube. 80 minutes of footage captured by divers back in 1986 can be seen on the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution channel. It was uploaded to celebrate the 25th anniversary of James Cameron's blockbuster Titanic. A 3-person submersible was used to get nearly 2.5 miles down to the North Atlantic seabed, which was the first time people had seen the ship since it sank in 1912 after hitting an iceberg. People have been sharing their conversations with Microsoft's Bing AI-powered chatbot, and they are strange. Several examples of the bot giving bizarre responses to simple questions have been shared on Twitter and Reddit. They include the bot claiming to have spied on Microsoft's developers through their webcams, calling someone unreasonable and stubborn, and gaslighting users into thinking it's 2022. People online have called the chatbot unhinged. Microsoft says that users may see responses that sound convincing, but are incomplete, inaccurate, or inappropriate. Coming up, the Chinese sniffer-squirrels that could replace dogs in drug searches. Why not hit follow and give us a rating during the break? Welcome back. Scientists analysing hand-drawn pencil sketches from the early 1500s by Leonardo da Vinci say they suggest he knew about gravity well over a century before our own Sir Isaac Newton. Researchers from the California Institute of Technology say the drawings show the Italian artist and theorist created experiments showing how gravity is a type of acceleration with amazing accuracy. Fast forward to 1666, the year of the Great Fire of London, And Newton developed a law of universal gravitation, describing how objects are attracted to one another, famously after an apple fell on his head. Ow! The US team made the Da Vinci discovery after seeing his experiments in a collection of papers called the Codex Arundel. Now, a team of experts say a giant dinosaur footprint found in Yorkshire is the biggest discovered in the region. The fossilised footprint was found along the North Yorkshire coast by a local archaeologist in 2021, and it's believed it was left by a meat-eating theropod, possibly a megalosaurus, from the Jurassic period. Researchers at the University of Manchester say the huge creature was likely crouching down or resting around 166 million years ago when it left the marking. The footprint's due to go on display at the Rotunda Museum in Scarborough. And finally, could it be drugged dogs have had their day? Because squirrels have proven remarkably effective at sniffing out narcotic stashes. In lab tests, police in Chongqing in southwestern China say they've trained 6 Eurasian red squirrels to find drugs hidden in places their canine colleagues can't reach, and then scratch to alert when they find something. The squirrel scheme is part of a national research project testing new drug-detecting animals. And if it sounds far-fetched, remember rats have been sniffing out bombs for over a decade. You are up to date. Come back at 4 o'clock for the Leader podcast. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. See you then.